Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks, and this is about a living hinge. Somebody emailed me and asked me a question that they drew their first living hinge, and it was got a little bit of a pain to draw it, take a little time, and they were wondering if they actually wanted to know if there was a macro, and not that I know of, but you could utilize this living hinge, and this is off a eyeglass case that I shared on Facebook years ago. And if you want it, go up to Corel Draw File Share and go to Files, and it's near the end or near the start of at the bottom, I guess, because it's old, and it's called Glass Cases Short, and it's saved in X3. And there's actually two versions, a little bit taller one and a shorter one. But this living hinge was made for this one box. But and I started thinking about it, you could use it for more boxes, just depending on, there's a couple of parameters you can't change. Like you can't do this, because then it wouldn't bend. So what we're gonna look at, I wanted to find out what the curvature of this, what we needed to curve around the bend, and I took the Smart Fill tool, and I filled it in, I moved it over. I left clicked, I right clicked, I got the shape tool, and I selected those two nodes, and I right clicked, and I broke it apart, and I took that line away. Well, you still need to go up to Object and break the curve apart to just get this piece, which is a curve. I went to Windows, Dockers, Properties, and under Properties, you go right here to the curve line, and it is 2.18 inches long. So if you look at our fold or our living hinge and get the virtual segment delete key, it is 2.18 inches long. So it matches our curve. So let's say you had a box that was, you needed a hinge that was 3 inches. So what I would do is just draw a box and make it 3 inches and bring in your living hinge. Let's since this is grouped together, let's put all these in this. Let's press P and put it in the center of the page. P, put it in the center of the page. And for right now, we're not going to worry about the length. But what we can do is grab this and move it over to the first cut of our 3. Then we can go to Object, Group, and Ungroup, and let's see how far apart these major lines are. They are a 0.24 of an inch. So if we take our nudge distance and change it to 0.24, and we grab like that many of these lines, well, you're actually going to have to grab the whole thing. So let me zoom in here. Let's select that many of the lines, but not the short line. And Control D and make it 0.124 until you notice that it's gone. And there we go. And then just delete that line and possibly let's move our box out of the way for a second and get rid of that line and that line. Now let's move our box out entirely. Let's get our parallel dimension tool, and we have a 2.89. So we needed to go a little bit further, but you get the principle. We haven't changed it. Now, let's say your box was 3 by, let's move the box out of the way. Let's say your other part of the box is only where this is 6 inches across. You only need 3 inches across. Well, you could possibly do this, and I think it would really work. Group this together, Control G, with the ratio unlocked, go 3 inches. I don't think it's going to change anything. It doesn't change. Let's tell you what, let's back up here. Let's Control D and make a duplicate of that guy. and then just with the ratio unlocked, make this 3 inches. It's identically the same. You might get a little bit more flexibility because the spacing is different, but it's still going to hold together. And so if you had a 3x3 block, that should work perfectly. So you don't have to redraw this once you've got it. But for those of you who have never seen this file, it comes with 2 files, a tall one and a short one. So this is the front, this is the back, that's the bottom, and these are the 2 sides. And it actually comes with 2 clips to clip into there to hold a set of glasses I wear. Anyway, I hope that made a little bit of sense on using this for multiple living hinges. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.